Good day everyone, so before we begin the video I need to first ask for your permission and blessing to have fun in the Abyss. I realized in my previous video where I used Kokomi, Xianyun and Klee, a lot of people complained that it was not as meta, it was not as fast, so hopefully by me beating up the Abyss here in 20 seconds, I can finally have your blessing just to not play meta. Hopefully you'll understand that today's video is not about being as fast as possible, but just having fun with Kokomi. So hopefully you've seen me already beat it fast, you've gotten that frill out of your system, and we can now go to something a bit more fun. So the fun that we're going to have today involves using Kokomi and Xianyun to do the hydro plunges and effectively swirl hydro onto the enemies. This means that in a Hyperbloom setup we can generate the maximum amount of dendro cores and then use Kuki Shinobu just to hit the enemies and basically do a lot of damage. That is the basic idea. Initially I thought of using a taser team only without any dendro units, but that is not really as effective as just standing there and swirling with sucrose, so hopefully this variant can be something that you can try as well and have a bit of fun with, whether it's here or in the overworld. And I just wanted to show you that there is a different way of using Xianyun. You can use it with Kokomi in a bit of like a creative way. It's not about the plunge damage, which a lot of people assume is going to be the focus of just using Xianyun, and that is her niche in air quotes, but to show you that there are other creative ways of just using units and playing around in the Abyss. So for instance, what I'm doing here right now is the same strategy, but I'm going to do it in a bit of a clever way. We put up Kokomi's jellyfish, which is going to give us a bit of off-field hydro, and then I'm going to target the little bird that is right here in the background. The idea being that Kokomi's jellyfish is going to enable the enemies at the back to constantly be like have hydro applied to them, whereas we're going to swirl the hydro onto that little bird, which means we can disable these two enemies very quickly and go on to the next wave. So this again shows you that it's all about not just standing in a Bennett circle and doing as much damage as possible, but just understanding how the enemies are grouped, how to play around their abilities and their gimmicks, because that is the essence of Genshin Impact. What's also the essence is using your abilities correctly and not running out of electro like I did here in the background. So even with the mistakes, which is why I didn't redo this chamber, I wanted to show you that you can still have fun and a decent amount of time on the clock to go and beat up the second halves. A couple of other things to note about this team is the fact that we're running Kokomi in her standard build. So this is the full Ocean U Clam set build. This allows Kokomi to also sneak in a bit of like Ocean U Clam damage as well. And depending on how your swirls actually end up and how you manage the auras on the enemy, you can also shred the opponent's hydro resistance and get Kokomi to do a bit of like damage as well. So it's the Ocean U Clam damage, it's the ability to provide the hydro on the field, it's the ability to like stand up and clean up the enemies, and also ensuring your team's survivability. There's quite a lot that Kokomi actually provides in this team rather than just being a little hydro battery, and that's just what I wanted to bring to your attention. You can use the full complement of her kit in a creative way with a character like Xianyun and have a bit of fun, and that's really all what today's video is about. Yes, I know there are people saying, oh my god, look at my Xiangling International Continental Ballistic Missile beating the first half in under 60 seconds, and good for those people, but for me, I'm a Kokomi main. I want to have fun with my character, I want to see how she synergizes with new characters, and that is really the only point of today's video. Alright guys, hopefully you've enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.